This is the Debate Me channel, having a debate with someone on YouTube, so I thought I'd make a video. So this is a common thing. So the topic is propaganda. So a lot of times, as you guys know, I monitor propaganda on YouTube, and I look at left-wing propaganda, I look at right-wing propaganda, and many times I'll try to engage in dialogue with the people who watch these videos, and it's pretty much the same response, whether it's right-wing or left-wing. They use the same words, the same excuses, the same apologist approach. They always talk about the exceptions to the rule. So someone watching CNN will talk about that one time that CNN challenged Nancy Pelosi and say that's an argument saying CNN is objective. You go to somebody watching Tim Pool, they will remember that one time that Tim Pool might have said something sort of negative about Republicans, and they use that as here's proof that he's not partisan. He's not afraid to attack the right as well, right? Not realizing that pretty much everybody does that, right? Whether it's CNN, whether it's the Young Turks, whether it's Tim Pool, whether it's Blaze TV, whether it's Steven Crowder, they all at one point in time either go after the other side or their own side, their preferred side rather, or they will sort of pretend to. Tim Pool is more along the lines of pretending to. CNN has actually done it, right? CNN went after Pelosi. MSNBC actually went after Biden as far as Tara Reid. I mean, that's you guys, my subscribers know, that's how I got to realize that it looks like he really did something with Tara Reid. Is MSNBC, they went hard and exposed him. You will never see that kind of thing, generally speaking. Nothing's absolute, right? On Tim Pool's channel, definitely not on Steven Crowder. You're not gonna see a video on Steven Crowder's channel going after a Republican senator, right? In a title, Dan Crenshaw is a liar. No, he'll never do that. That's propaganda, right? But that's really good propaganda compared to CNN and MSNBC, where they will occasionally deviate and actually go in. Like they've done a ton of videos going in on Cuomo. Now, you could say about how long it took to do it, but they did it, right? Look at all the stuff that's come out about Matt Gaetz, but yet most of conservative media, they got nothing to say, right? Nothing to say. I mean, and this is solid stuff. There's one guy's in jail already. Matt Gaetz is about to potentially be in jail already. They got the Venmo stuff. I mean, all the stuff is coming out, and Steven Crowder quiet, Ben Shapiro quiet, conservative twins quiet, all protecting this guy because he's on the right. Think about this. You could be a conservative, you can push conservative values, you can even push Republican Party, and at the same time go after Matt, who's trash. He's been trash. Forget about the latest accusation. He's been trash. So there should be anyone who's objective and not propaganda on the right should definitely already have tons of videos about Matt Gaetz because he's trash. Even Republicans admit he's trash. Now that this stuff is coming out, now they're saying, oh, we never really liked him or whatever, right? So they've known he's trash, right? And any media that is right wing and doesn't go after even him, he's the worst. I mean, he's an easy one to go after. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. So this person here is doing the typical thing that I hear with people who don't want to accept that they're watching propaganda. I will point out that every video on the channel that we're talking about, it's all attacking one side, right? They will say no. I will say something very clear, like I told this guy. I said, so in the last 30 days, can you find 3 videos that attack Republicans? Rather than respond to that and say yes, no, he just completely says, oh, I've seen videos where you attack Republicans, doesn't point out a specific video, doesn't give me a link, completely ignores my specific thing. I said 3 videos in the last 30 days. That was a very specific thing that I said, right? Didn't say I'm wrong, didn't say I'm right, didn't respond at all to that, completely moved the goalpost to, oh, I've seen videos. Where are the videos? If he had said, oh, I've seen videos and gave a link to the videos, then it's like, okay, I had said last 30 days, but at least that's something, but not even that. Just an open statement like, oh, I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen it too. They all do it. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is. I'm gonna go take a look because I can take a look. He is so partisan that I didn't have to take a look. Well, we'll find out if I'm right or wrong. I made a statement without checking. I've been analyzing his content for like a year now. Watched a lot of his videos. I feel pretty confident that I understand his tricks and his games and how he manipulates his audience. So I felt confident to be able to say there's probably not going to be 3 videos attacking Republicans. He's that consistently partisan that I was pretty confident in saying that. But I didn't check. I'm going to check now. So let's go ahead and see. So we're looking for 3 videos, just 3 videos, and I'm going to open the door wider. I told him in the last 30 days, I'm going to do the last 90 days. Can we check back 3 months and see if we can find 3 videos? Now, let's just be clear. Tim Pool has admitted that he doesn't like Republicans. He says he occasionally puts his little hedging thing. He'll say, oh, the Republicans, they're no good either, blah, 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 right? So we have to establish the fact that he believes that they are no good. So if he's not propaganda, if he's not a propagandist, if he's not partisan, then he's going to talk about them. That's what he does, political commentary. Why would he conveniently not talk about Republicans if he himself admits that they're pretty bad? Let's look at the definition really quick before we dive into this. Information, especially of a biased or misleading or dishonest actors, when challenged, will play games. So they'll look at this definition and they'll say misleading. They'll focus on misleading. Now Tim Pool definitely was misleading, right? But they'll focus on that because they feel like that's a better potential win for them. They could be like, okay, show me where you made a video that's misleading. They'll totally ignore the fact that it says or. Now, the reason why I focus on the or is because with the misleading, they can play games and try, well, that's not exactly misleading, or we're assuming the same thing. But when you talk about biased, that's very clear. That is black and white. If you look at his content, especially the way we're about to do right now, if he doesn't have 3 videos attacking Republicans, a party that he says is corrupt and he doesn't like, in the last 90 days, that is definitively clear that he is biased. And according to this information, especially of a biased, right? Or, so we're going to dismiss the misleading. It's an or, so I'm going to choose biased. So especially biased nature used to promote or publicize a particular political cause or point of view. So if we see that most of the videos are attacking the left is woke this, woke that, cancel culture, pancake syrup, potato head, this is all a common theme. This is all a common narrative in right-wing media. If his videos are all aligning with right-wing media, which is cancel culture, woke, right? Joe Biden, the Democrats, the left. That's pretty much what you're gonna get watching right-wing media. Newsmax, Ben Shapiro, Steven Crowder, that's what you're gonna get, right? Another deflection is someone right now listening who's on the right is saying, oh, but look what the left, hey, I call them out too. That's the beauty of not being a propagandist. I call out the trash, I don't care what side you're on, right? I call out Pelosi, I call out CNN, I call out MSNBC, I call out Tim Pool, I call out Steven Crowder, I call them all out. Right? Because I'm not on a side. I have no problem calling anybody out. It doesn't hurt me. It hurts Tim Pool because he has a lot of people who like these people, right? So he doesn't want to offend them. So that's why he goes after the people that watch his content don't like. They don't like the left, so he just constantly attacks the left. When the right does something, keeps his mouth shut, or he kind of pretends there's a little hedging thing. Anyways, let's take a look. So we're looking at the last 90 days. So 3 videos attacking Republicans, and we got to keep the same standards, right? He does a lot of videos attacking the left, attacking Democrats. What does he do? He puts their name in the title, he puts their thumbnail, whatever, and it's, like, let's look, for example, we'll pick one out. Okay, so here's a picture of Biden looking crazy. I mean, Biden, as we know, is a little wacky. Biden wrongly denounces authority, whatever. Biden wrongly, right? So he's going after Biden in the thumbnail. This is just an anti-Biden video. So if that's how he attacks someone on the left, then we would look for the same thing for him attacking a Republican. Name in the title, thumbnail of them. So we see a Lindsey Graham in the title, we see a Dan Crenshaw in the title, we see a Trump in the title, we see anyone on the right in the title, and thumbnail and all that kind of stuff. So we're looking for 3 of them. All right, so let's scan. You guys can scan with me. So this is very interesting. So unlike a lot of these YouTubers, I have integrity. So I'm gonna admit, this is unusual. I watched a lot of his videos. I haven't seen, it's probably one of the first videos I've seen attacking the right. But look at the title. It says GOP governor announces policy barring white people in an illegal act. So I'm going to give him 1. So that's interesting that the first row already found 1. So he's got 1 video attacking the right. Let's continue. Okay, so he's only got 1 so far. Nothing else on this page. Biden, leftists, Democrats, leftist this, leftist that, Star Wars, woke. Nothing on this page. Let's go down again. Now we're 2 months in and we only found 1 video. Tons of videos attacking the left, only 1 attacking the right. Democrats. Left-wing media, Biden, Democrats. Okay, so looking at another page, we're now into 3 months. We've only found 1 video. So that's 1% of his content attacking Republicans. We have 2 parties that are very corrupt. Tim Pool himself admits that. Yet he spent the last 3 months only attacking the left, but occasionally tricking his audience by dropping these little here and there. Yeah, and I don't really like the Republicans. And that's such a departure from the norm that they'll remember that. Think about that. He can make 100 videos all attacking the left. And if he says one time that the Republicans suck, that's going to be memorable. We remember what stands out, what's different. It's different for Tim Pool to be attacking the right. So simply you saying one sentence, the Republicans suck, is enough to convince a lot of his audience that, no, he's objective. I've heard him attacking the right. You go on a CNN viewer, same thing, right? They watched the video a month ago where CNN said the Democratic Party is not the best, or they've made mistakes before. And in their minds, oh, CNN is objective. They've called out the Democrats before. Same trick. As much as the left and the right think they're so different, they are 2 sides, same coin. If you ignore all the rhetoric on these political commentators and you actually talk to the people who watch their content on the left and the right, you'll see they say the same stuff. They think the same way or don't think the same way in terms of not thinking. It's like identical people. I mean, obviously there's slight differences, but they're very, very close. And why wouldn't they be? right? They are a product of the same failing education system we have in the United States of America. They're both the products of the same overwhelming propaganda that we have all over this country. Mainstream media, especially independent media, conservative media, liberal media, right? Same education, which is flawed, same indoctrination through propaganda. And what's the product? Pretty much the same thing. You have people on the right who think the left is evil and they think they're on the good side. They're the rational ones. People on the left, they think they're the good ones. They're the rational ones. And Republicans, they're the crazy, wacky, racist ones, which ironically mirrors exactly the narrative that comes from the very sources that they watch. You could talk to the people watching Tim Pool and hear Tim Pool's own words being used by them. Talk to people on CNN and hear the same words they use. You tell them CNN is propaganda, they will tell you, was that Brian Stelter? They'll point out one of his videos where he pointed out how the right-wing media, blah, 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 right? Deflecting from the issues with the media they're watching, right? Everyone wants to talk about the other media. They don't want to talk about the media they're watching, right? And it's always an excuse. It's always a dance. Oh, but what about this? What about that? So that's it. We just went back 90 days and we found a total of one video that was challenging anyone on the right, any Republican. And actually, even that, he didn't really go all out. He says GOP governor. Compare GOP governor to Biden. His name in the title, his name in the thumbnail. I don't want to say title. His name in the title, his picture in the thumbnail, right? When he goes after people, he shows their picture, says their name. Here, it's GOP governor. But regardless, it still looks to be a video going after someone on the right, but it's only one video. One out of, let's count these videos. All right, so I did the math. We just went through 96 videos. Of the 96 videos, we only found one video going after anyone at all on the right. On a channel run by a guy who claims he doesn't like the right, he doesn't like Republicans, and he talks about them, they're corrupt or whatever. But out of 96 videos, only one of them was attacking anyone on the right. And it ends up being a governor who doesn't name, rather than all the swamp creatures we have, all the senators, all the Matt Gaetz. Where's the video saying Matt Gaetz looks like he might have raped people or whatever? Look at the videos that he made about Hunter Biden, right? Where's the video like that about Matt Gaetz? Here's the beauty of propaganda. Even after me making a very, very clear slam dunk point, still there's going to be an excuse or an explanation. One video out of 96. Any rational person can accept that my point has been made extremely clearly. If you've made 96 political videos and only one of them is about Republicans in a negative way, I mean, you're 1% away from being 100% against the left and 100% for the right, right? This is almost perfectly propaganda in terms of without exception. There's a 1% deviation from the bias on this channel. 1%. Can you imagine if CNN made 96 videos all attacking the Republican Party and only one attacking the Democratic Party? What the people who watch Tim Pool and Stephen Crowder would say about that? There would be no doubt that this is clear evidence of bias or propaganda. But pointing out the same thing about a channel that you subscribe to or that you watch and you enjoy, all of a sudden it's complicated. Like, oh, well, you got to actually look at the videos and the thumbnails, and you're just looking at the title, but you actually got to dive deeper. And he's got another channel, and you got to watch the live streams and blah, blah, blah. And then on Twitter and this and that, and it's a lot of stuff. The left is really, really bad. She's only one guy, and what about this and what about that? It never ends. Never ends. Right? Don't think I'm a fool. I realize that I'm wasting my time doing demonstrations like this. Because when people get caught up with propaganda, effective propaganda is such that it's almost impossible to pull somebody back, right? The more that you show them proof that what they're watching is actually propaganda, the more they will fight and resist because they take it personally. First of all, ego. Who wants to accept that they've been fooled, right? Second of all, it's people feel like, I made a decision to watch this. I've been supporting this. If this stuff I'm watching is trash, that means I'm trash. I can't accept that reality. So I'm going to weasel and twist myself to find a way to somehow make it not true, no matter the evidence. Like 1 out of 96 videos. No, but, right? There've been many times in my life that I've been wrong about things. People have pointed it out. I resisted at first, but I always do my homework, right? There was a time I used to call Native Americans Indians. Somebody at work said, hey, they're not from India. I was like, huh? I don't do it anymore. There's a time where I was stupid enough to not realize that sugar was bad for you, believe it or not. Right? I thought sugar, it's natural, it comes from the cane or whatever. Right? I was drinking all this Kool-Aid and stuff, and I'm like, oh no, it was juice actually, juice. I'm like, juice, it's fruits. I can drink as much juice, it's orange juice, right? Not recognizing the sugar component, right? Because I'm just thinking I'm drinking juice. Coworker says, oh, it's not good for you. I'm just like, But rather than sit there and argue for 20 minutes, I get on my computer, I look it up and I see, oh, wow, I guess it is bad for me. And then I change. But most people, that's too hard to accept that you might actually be wrong about something. It's like a blow to the ego. And the way we're set up as humans, like we just can't accept that. This is Debate Me channel. Debate me in the comment section below. Click on the like button, subscribe, smash that bell. Be well.